Fight man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV. Woo!
Hey man, so Chris Eubank Sr. says he's pulling his son from the Conor Benn fight. All right, let's talk about it. Hit the thumbs up button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. He'll live drop video. You know, he had a son that passed last year at 29 years old. He said he don't want to lose two sons. He says that the weight cut is too dangerous for Chris Eubanks Jr., as he called him, Junior, and that they pulling out the fight. Now, I don't know if anything official. I don't know if this is a tactic to get some more pounds, but what's the catch weight? 157? If you couldn't make the catch weight, you know, you knew your son was going to have a hard time cutting weight, you know, why even sign up for the fight? His son going around eating KFC, talking about he usually take 8 weeks off of sex for a fight. For Conor Benn, he only going to take 2 weeks. Now, the senior have the ultimate say-so over Junior's career is the million-dollar question. You know, that's the million-dollar question. Does he have total say-so over his son's career? Does he have power like that? Now, I know he's going to be back in the corner for this fight. I don't know if Roy Jones is going to be coaching Eubanks if this ain't true. But like I said before, you know, it's 3 pounds, and that could be a lot. You know, that could be the difference between your brain being a vegetable, you know what I'm saying, and getting knocked out. But, you know, in a very, very unusual circumstance, in boxing right now, the fall schedule looks pretty light, and that's one of the fights that make the fall schedule, you know, feel full. We ain't heard too much about Top Rank. Shakur Stevenson fight on the first, I think 23rd, that's the first day of fall. You know, then we know Canelo Triple G fight on the 17th, that's 4 days before fall. You know, on the 15th, Wilder and Helenius is fighting on Fox pay-per-view. Alright. And on the 15th, Devin Haney fighting from Australia again. Okay? So I mean, like I said, other than that, Fondor fighting Ocampo, I mean, the schedule was pretty light. Leo gonna come back versus Ray Vargas in the featherweight unification clash. So that's pretty much all I can think of off rip. But this is one of the more anticipated fights on both sides of the pond in the fall. And now a few weeks before that, now he say he pulling them out. And like I said, it was an unnecessary fight for Conor Benn anyway. Now they sold out in like a matter of minutes though. So obviously both their pockets gonna be a lot more fatter. You know, but if you couldn't make the 3-pound weight advantage, you shouldn't be around here eating KFC even if you is trolling. You know, his son turned around and say, I'm gonna make the weight. I should use a nutritionist, but I want to see if I can make the weight on my own. Never good signs. And what, they're about 2 or 3 weeks away from this fight anyway? It's not a good sign. Not a good sign. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know? But, you know, I don't know if Conor Benn got a replacement. Is he on weight to make 47, or would it be a catch weight fight versus the next best opponent? I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Honestly, I'm not sure, you know, what the deal is, but like I said, I can't say I'm surprised. I can't say I'm surprised one bit. I just can't. I can't. But until it's official that he pull out, then it's official. Maybe he making terms on behalf of himself and not his son. That could be a real thing. He could just be talking out his ass. Until his son come out and they make an official statement that he pulling out, then it is what it is. For for Eddie Hearn, this one of them dumb old risks anyway. Same thing he did with Kell Brook. Besides pay Jesse Vargas what he wanted to come to Sheffield and make Kell Brook a unified welterweight champion with the WIBF and WBO, could have made he would have beat Jesse Vargas. If he would have beat Jesse Vargas, then he would have come back and made a bag with Manny Pacquiao, and he would have been unified champion. Eddie Hearn always doing this shit to his fighters, selling his fighters to the highest bidder. Now, I know he got a lot of reason not to believe in his fighters, because a lot of UK fighters, when they go to America, they do come up short. A lot of the time, you got sometimes where they come up big. Kell Brook, Sean Porter. But he probably know Conor Benn ain't gonna hack it in America versus Jerron Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, and etc. He know that. And he probably saying this is a big way to, make some money. He seen what happened with Josh Kelly. Refused to put Ben in there with David Alvarez after what happened with Josh Kelly. So if he don't want to put Conor Benn in there with Josh Kelly, then you already know what he think about the rest of the opponents. You know exactly what he think. So here's where he willing to cash out Conor Benn right then and there. And if he won, that's a huge domestic victory. And, he can continue to fight the type caliber of European, UK fighters. He can continue to go that route. So, I get it. It's tough. Everything go through Al Heyman at welterweight too, and Al Heyman and Eddie Hearn beefing. Because Al Heyman wouldn't let Eddie Hearn play him. Eddie Hearn wouldn't let Al Heyman play him, and he played Al Heyman over Anthony Joshua. So, there you have it. There you have it. But, if he pulling out, he pulling out. Shit. He did let a one-armed George Grove embarrass him. He ain't stepped in there with another live opponent again. Well, he did fight Korobov. And Korobov didn't hurt himself. Eubanks would have got sparked clean out. You can see that knockout coming. Or at least a knockdown. So, like I said before, his father knows what's best. They probably knew they couldn't get to the weight, and it don't make no sense for Conor Benn to spot him one more pound, no way. It makes 0 sense. It's a fight that that's an unnecessary risk that he didn't need to take. Eubanks get up between 68 and 60, he make it pretty clean, but another 3 pounds, that could be all the difference in the world. It sounds like a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But that's a lot of weight. When you make 60 trying to get down, if he could get down to 54, he would. Trust and believe. If he can get down to 54, he would. But that's what it is. I know he ain't gonna get in there with Demetrius Andrade. I know he ain't gonna get there with Charlo, because he already pulled out and ran off from Charlo, ran back to Katie Sutherland. So, it is what it is. He should not be taken serious again if he pull out this fight. Shouldn't really been taken serious before this fight. Out of all the opponents, you pick a little Conor Benn. Flabbergasted. That is beyond me. But it is what it is. But we have to watch this closely, because it's one of the fights that make the fall. Right now ain't too much of a fall schedule. Everybody say, "Oh, be patient with Al Heyman. Be patient with the top rank. Be patient." I heard his own got a jam-packed schedule coming. I don't know the fight. I know one. Well, I don't know the fights. That's what I will say. I don't know the fights, but I imagine it's a bunch of rubbish in my UK voice. It's a whole bunch of rubbish. That's what I imagine. It's a whole bunch of rubbish that Americans won't really care about. Because Canelo said he ain't coming back till next May. So maybe that opened the budget up for a couple bigger fights. And ain't no more Devin Haney, ain't no more Demetrius Andrade. this just flat out was a bad idea from the zone to even jump into boxing. But they don't have that. Canelo Triple G fight week is pedestrian. Ain't nothing going on for that fight week. But might not be going nothing down at the O2 neither. It might be a replacement fight for a lot of refunds. If I'm Conor Benn, it's gonna take in the hundreds of thousands of dollars for me to spot him a pound or two, or to come in completely at 160 and a rehydration clause. But ain't nobody tell his ass take this fight to begin with. But let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Make subscribe button, it's the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. All social media links inside the link tree. First link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.